Hey guys, welcome back. Today, Josh, Ryan, and I are maybe going to see if we can fix up this old antique riding mower. This is a wheelhorse. I'm going to have to look up the model, but I think it's from the 50s or 60s. It's gone through a few different motors. Right now it has this Honda G200, but it doesn't work. This used to have a cutting deck on it when I was a kid, but I'm not sure what happened to that. So we'll hitch it up, see if we can tow this back up to the shop and get into it. Let's see what happens. All right. We've done a few mods to the little electric car here now. We've made it from 24 volts, we made it into 36. So it's got some nice torque now. It runs real good. We put a 3-bank charger on it. It's only 1 amp, but it's nice and convenient. And we put a nice plug on the front. So all we have to do is plug it in. We also changed the main solenoid relay from a 24 volt to a 36. So this thing's been working real good. We put some wheels on it, pneumatic tires now instead of solid rubber. All right, let's see if it has the torque to dislodge this tractor that's been sitting here for at least 3 years. Ready, Josh? Steer. There. Okay. Okay, the steering's froze up. The gearbox was froze up, but I think it's turning now. There's water coming out of everywhere. So hopefully the gearbox is okay. That's the main critical piece of this whole thing. But there she is. All right, let's see if we can get this gearbox drained. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of everything except for oil in there. It doesn't look like this technically has an actual drain, but I believe these bolts go right into the gearbox. Ooh, look at that. Does anyone want some chocolate milk? Now, I guess while I'm at it, I'll take the fill port off. And we could do a nice flush with some diesel fuel. What size would that be? 3/8. Everything imperial on this old American piece of iron. Now to go faster. Okay, let's not lose these. Wow, I don't think there's any oil in there at all. It smells nice. Do you think that bodes well for the bearings condition?
We're now trying to rig up a pump to pump some diesel.
Indeed. I think this is the only, will this hose actually fit down the drain hole? Let's see. I don't think so. Ooh, it's close. You know what? I think it could be made to go down there. Okay, let's see what we can rig up. I just hope this pump works. Hopefully I have the direction of flow right. Yes, I do. Okay. Let's try not to get too much spillage. I might need a heavy weight to hold that down. Anyway, we'll get it started first. See if it works. We don't actually know if this pump works. Oh yeah, okay, we're going. Oh, look at the stuff coming out. Oh my goodness, look at that. Well, that's water. I guess it's going to the bottom. Nice. Okay, we got our little flushing setup here. Pumping some diesel fuel into this gearbox. There's still an awful lot of water in there, but I don't see any actual metal chunks yet. So I take that as a positive sign. Alright, well, we're going to let this run for a little while longer. Okay, we got a bunch of fuel in there now. Diesel. We're trying to run it through the gears a bit. Well, that gear don't want to go. Probably first, I bet. The one that doesn't want to go. Okay. Let me get a wrench. Spin? I don't think it should. Maybe that's why the brake doesn't work. We've been pumping here for a while. We had a fair bit of fuel in there. Look at the water, no rust. Is loose. I think the exhaust is going to catch. Yeah, see, I've welded the exhaust. Unfortunately. Couldn't quite get all the way through, but it's very close. There we go. Okay, I think it's going to want to come out this way. All right. There's a Honda G200 with a cracked case. Okay, we got this little guy cleaned up. We got the motor pulled out. I gave the gas tank a little pressure wash. It's still not awesome, but it's clean. We flushed out the transmission several times with diesel fuel. I think we're going to have to do several times more, but at least it's turning in all gears. So now, motor. The motor it had when I was a kid was this little Honda G200. I know for a fact this motor has a cracked crankcase, so I could TIG weld it. I could probably repair it, but I think instead of messing around with that, we have this old motor from Princess Auto. We've had this here probably 8 or 10 years. It's a slightly different design than the G200, but it's never been out of the box. It's a little bit more power than the G200, 6.5 horse as opposed to 5. So we'll pull it out of the box and see things like shaft size, see if the bolts line up for mounting. Here we go. Let's see what happens. All right. Oh, I already started. Well, it looks nice. It looks like a Kohler clone, I would say. I wonder what the shaft size is. It looks pretty close. It's just a regular pulley. I don't think it's going to work with this gas tank for sure, and I'm worried about the length because this motor is much longer. You know what we could do? It'd be a little bit ghetto, but we could run the tractor without the tin. But that's not that nice. Let's see what it looks like on this side. It's close. Now, if the tin was trimmed, would it work? Or is the tin going to have to be completely removed? It'd be nice to keep the tin. But the other thing is, I don't think this gas tank's going to work. Because this is where it's going to go right here. I think it's going to interfere with the shifter. It's a nice gas tank though. Does it have a petcock on it? How does the petcock work? Where is the petcock? Oh, it's built into the carb because it's a Kohler clone. I think we're going to have to lose the tank, which is okay. We could maybe reuse the tank.
Where that one is?
Yeah, the same location. I think we're going to have to trim the tin. So, from the floor to clear the exhaust, we need 12.5 inches, right? Let's call it 13 to be safe. Yeah, so we'd have to lose that much all the way across. I think that's doable. We'd still have some tin. Actually, where this line is, maybe we could just continue that ugly line. Yeah, look. Okay, this motor's a bit taller, so we're gonna have to create some clearance. Pretty clean. Okay, we had to trim the tin back a little bit to clear the intake and exhaust on this little import motor, but it actually does line up to the original bolt holes. The gear shifter is obviously not going to work with that gas tank, so we're going to go ahead and pull this out and see if we can't relocate it inside the tin where the original tank was. The original tank is really rusty anyway. So, let's do it. Okay, we're gonna use this tank that came with this little motor. We enlarge the hole. Hold it right up in there good so that I can see if this is gonna work. Okay, motor's in. We got the gas tank. We had to take the gas tank off of this motor because it interfered with the gear shifter. So we relocated it to where the original gas tank was. We had to enlarge the filler cap hole to a 2.5 inch, but it's pretty nice in the original location. Transmission, we still have to fill with oil, and we still have to do a pulley to the clutch. So we haven't done that, but I think we could do a start of this engine. First time ever started, brand new engine. Gas on that way, choke on that way. Yeah, I guess. Well, should we see? One! Ah, well, there was not much fuss to that. Good thing we didn't lose our key here because it went centrifugal force, took it for a bit of a ride. Okay, well, I think we'll go and try and get our pulleys off that engine over there, and then we can maybe put some power to the transmission. All right, We got the belt on. We got the pulley. Transmission is connected via the belt. So right now, this transmission is still full of brown schmoo. So we have a bunch of diesel in there. I'm gonna maybe try and start the engine, gently run it through the gears with this wheel off the ground. Hopefully work some of the nastiness out of the transmission. Okay, let's see what comes out of here. All right, that's lovely. Well, you know what? It's better than it was yesterday. All right, this is gonna be the maiden voyage of this thing in lots of years. With the nice brand new Kohler knockoff engine. Flat tires. Well, it needs front tires, it needs the clutch adjusted or a new spring, it needs lots of things, but it's kind of working. Stay tuned.